some fun stuff. Not bookings though, and not sponsoring or anything like that, but this is even more important, okay? Because a lot of times, we spend a lot of time talking about the basics of our business, whether it's getting bookings, getting people interested in the business, all of those things that come along with building a successful business. But one of the most important things that you guys can put into practice is one thing that either if you don't have it, you can have all the other things at Premier, but if you don't have this one thing, I could be willing, and I will be willing to kind of put my whole life savings on that you will not be successful. That's how important that one thing is. You guys know what that one thing is? Your why is a good one. Anything else?
Your excitement.
I know.
What is it?
Relationships.
Your attitude.
Oh, attitude.
Your attitude. Charles Swindoll says when things aren't working the way you want them to, or that you feel they should be, or if you feel like you're surrounded by problems, it can be tempting to look outward and try to change things that you feel are causing issues. Chances are the issues that you're facing aren't so cut and dry. The solution to the problem may just be your attitude. So don't get me wrong, if you have a great attitude, but you don't practice everything else that we implement and we teach you guys, is it going to make you successful? Probably not. However, if you don't have the attitude part, you are not going to be successful. Okay, that's how important it is. John Maxwell says your attitude will determine your altitude. You guys may have heard that before. But the good news about it is that the choice is yours. This is one thing that's so important that can dictate your success or your failure that you have a choice over. A lot of times we can't choose how many people say yes to our bookings or how many people say yes to coming to Premier. This is one thing that your success relies on that you have a choice of. So that is huge. It's not dependent on your education, on your background, on how good you are in Premier, nothing. It's just a matter of what you are choosing. So the question is, what do you choose? Are you choosing to have that inner self-dialogue of self-motivation, excitement, or do you have that self-doubt, that pity party? And again, the choice is yours. So let's first start with our beliefs. Our initial beliefs when we're young are determined by the people that are typically raising us. Sometimes that's a great situation, other times it's not so great. However, we are all adults now, and you guys have a choice. Just because what you were raised as doesn't mean that's who you have to become. You have a choice to change who you are based on what you are telling yourself. In our verse of the year in Ephesians 2:10, it says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance for us to do." So imagine what would be possible if you actually believed that. If you actually knew and believed and in your inner body knew that you were a masterpiece created for things that were already set for you to do, what would be possible? You need to decide what you are going to allow in your mind and what you're going to believe. You need to have a healthy self-image and healthy self-talk, and a lot of times it's harder to do than it is to say, but you have a choice to make. Dr. Barrett, and he's got 2 master's degrees and a PhD in psychology, so he's pretty smart, so I'm going to listen to him. He says that a person's business will never outgrow his or her own self-image. Wow. So what do you think of yourself? We've all heard this before, but your beliefs become your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your results. So if you don't like some of the results that you might be getting, whether that's in Premier or in life in general, you need to go back and ask yourself, what do you believe? Because whether you think you can or think you can't,
You're right.
you're right. There are 2 aspects to this. In beliefs, there are either empowering beliefs or limiting beliefs. We all want to have those empowering beliefs. Empowering beliefs make you feel something inside. The limiting beliefs are going to tell you what you can't do. So if you've ever said these things to yourself, I don't know enough, I can't do this business for whatever reason that you put in after that, no one wants to join for whatever reason you think you tell yourself that, I can't earn what I need to, I'm not motivated enough, I'm not as good as so-and-so, whoever you're comparing yourself to, those are all limiting beliefs. You are going to become whatever you say, I am. Whatever follows that, that's what you're going to become. So your words have very, very much power behind them. So you have to be careful what you say after I am. If you say any of those things to yourself, you need to stop right now and get really good at taking your thoughts captive. When we think about the beliefs surrounding our business, you need to ask yourself, what do you believe about Premier? That's a big question, because if you don't like what you're getting out of your business, you need to start back at what your beliefs are, and it starts at what do you believe about Premier? We all know that there's an incredible financial aspect that you can gain from this business, right? We've told it to you over and over again, but I want to give you some numbers to back that up. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau, in 2011, jewelry sales were at $67 billion, okay? In 2012, jewelry sales were up to $71 billion. Then in 2013, they went up again to $79 billion. And when we hit 2021, they're projected to be $111 billion. Those were all years of recession, and jewelry sales were going up, okay? We're part of those jewelry sales in the United States. This is a growing business. That means your business has the potential for growth. There are 17 million direct sellers in the whole United States. Again, we are part of that group. In 1 year, 47% of them are going to make less than $500. 47% of the 17 million direct sellers in the United States will make less than $500. How many of you guys have made more than $500 in 1 month? Do you see what you're part of? 62% of that 17 million are going to make less than $1,000 in a year. Anybody do more than that in a month? Okay. 90% of the 17 million direct sellers in the United States are going to make less than $5,000 in a year with their company. Do you guys know what you have in Premier? Yeah. Okay, very quiet. You don't know what you have in Premier?
Yes,
you guys know what you have in Premier? The average Premier jeweler, this isn't someone that's doing 10 shows a month. The average Premier jeweler does 1 show a month, and our average jeweler makes $5,400 in a year. That's more than 90% of the 17 million direct sellers in other companies. So let me ask you again, did you choose the right company?
Yes!
And not only for the financial gain, but we are based on things that other companies don't base their businesses off of. So not only can you make a very, very good income in Premier, but you have the best thing out there in terms of what we stand for, what we are, and what you can make. You have the best thing. It's just a matter of if you believe that you have the best thing. And that's what you're going to see in your business. When you have a tough day or a rough month or even a bad season, we are all going to have them. All of us that have been along enough have had all of those. Bad days, bad months, and bad seasons. However, it cannot make you think or second guess whether you're cut out for this business or if this business works. This business works when you work it. A lot of people will try out other companies and say, okay, well, the grass is greener on the other side. Grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So it's a matter of if you choose to water the grass in your Premier business or if you're going to go do it somewhere else and be one of the 90% that make less than $5,000 in a year. Again, the choice is yours of what your attitude is to look at that. The next thing that's going to affect your attitude and your success are the people that you surround yourselves with. And we have heard this so many times, but I'm going to say it again because it's that important. You need to associate with like-minded people because you will become like the 5 people that you hang around with the most. In John Maxwell's 21 Laws of Leadership, I'm studying that right now, and there is a law called the law of the inner circle. The inner circle states that the people closest to you will determine your level of success. It doesn't say they can, it doesn't say they might or they may. They will determine your level of success. So you need to find out who are around you the most. And when you think about those people, you want to think about them carrying 2 buckets in their hands. One bucket is filled with water, the other bucket is filled with gasoline. When there is a problem or an issue or something that happens, and if we're talking about Premier, if there's something that happens within your business or within your team, and you've got those people closest to you, do you want the people that are going to be throwing water on the problem or on that fire? Or do you want people that are going to be throwing the gasoline? I know I don't want people with gasoline and fire all around me at the same time. You want the people with water. So when you think about who is going to be in your inner circle, think about which bucket they're holding and which bucket they're going to throw at you. And I can guarantee you're going to want the ones with the water. Surrounding yourself with those people that have the same likes as you or the same aspirations to be whatever they want in this business, that's who you want to be around. Not the people that talk negatively, not the people that are always woe is me. You want the people that have been where you want to go and that will show you the way. Those are the people that you want bringing you up. You do not want people bringing you down, because it's a lot easier for someone to pull you down than for you to pull them up. So be careful who you surround yourself with. And also remember, not only are you choosing your inner circle, but you are also part of other people's inner circles. So ask yourself, do you energize those people? Or are they one of the people that are saying, I don't want to be near her because she's the one that's carrying the gasoline? So it's just one of those things where you just have to self-check yourself to see, are you being the best version who you need to be? Now, you guys all have what it takes to be successful. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever, because if you are motivated enough to get to training, if you're motivated enough to work your business, you have everything that it takes. This is not a matter of if you have it or you don't. It's a matter of if you're choosing it or you're not. That's all a matter of choice. Either you want to be successful or you don't, and what your attitude is in turn of it. Everyone in this room can do whatever they want in this business. You can go as far as you want, but you have to make a choice to do that. And no one else can make that choice for you. No one else can work your business for you. It all comes down to what you want out of this business. In the Bible, there are 365 times it says, do not fear. How many days are there in a year? Come on, girls.
365.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to myself. There's 365. That's not a coincidence. So when you have those days when you are just getting all those no's or everyone's canceling or whatever it is, don't fear, don't second guess, don't make yourself think or let the enemy tell you that you're not cut out for this business or it doesn't work or you should quit. No, you can't fear about that stuff. You were put into Premier for a reason. Whatever that reason is for you, you can do it. You just need to believe in it and tell yourself that, because what you tell yourself is what you're going to become. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. So you need to make a decision of how you're going to react to things, what attitude you're going to have when those things happen to you, because complaining does not get you anywhere, I promise that. Complaining is a form of forgetting what God's goodness is in your life. And when you start to forget that, you're not going to get a lot of that goodness coming into your life anymore. There are people out there that need what you guys have, but we have to share it with them. We have to get out there, and whether that's giving them free jewelry or letting them know what this business has to offer them, we have that choice to make. Either you're going to keep it to yourself or you're going to share it with other people. Now, one of the things that is huge, and I was doing some studying of these numbers, like I knew it, but I didn't know it like this. So I'm going to share these numbers with you about the importance of accountability, because this is ridiculous in terms of why you need to be held accountable. Because we are in a business where you are in this business by yourself. It is your business, but you're not doing this alone. You have a team, you have a family, you have an upline, and we want to help you succeed. And this is why it's so important to have that accountability. We are not managing you. We cannot make you do anything, but we can help to hold you accountable. Because when you have a goal and you just hear it, so if I just say I want to do X, Y, Z, and I only hear myself say it, I'm about 10% likely to have that happen. Just by me saying I'm going to do it. When I decide to do it, so I'm like, yes, that's a goal, I want to have it done, and I make an absolute decision that I want to reach that, it only jumps up to 40% that I'm actually going to do that. When I plan it, so when I sit down and we make all those plans of how many shows I need to book and how many people I need to reach out to, it only goes up to 50%. So even with all of that planning, I'm deciding it's only 50% that I'm actually going to have that, whatever is that goal, actually happen. Now, when I commit to it, so when I either tell my upline or when I tell Dave or one of my friends that I am committed to do this, I really want to do this because this is my reason in Premier right now, and I've already had that plan in place, it only goes up to 65%. That's where I used to stop. I used to stop right there. I used to plan and have accountability to somebody else and tell them that this is what I was doing, and that only made me 65% likely to do it. However, this is where we're all going to take this a step further, is when you have a weekly appointment with whoever it is that you are accountable for, it jumps up to 95% likely that you are going to reach that goal. So we are not managing you, we are not your bosses, but we want to hold you accountable because it's for your benefit that when we can walk alongside of you and help you achieve these goals, then you are 95% more likely to have that goal happen than when you're just committing it to us and saying, yep, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to high-five you on that high-five line. When I do it, you're only 65% likely. So this is what we're putting out to you. Dave and I were at the Brummel's Roundup this past weekend, and we heard this amazing thing. We were coming back and we were doing it. Because we're like, why haven't we done this yet? We've done it on different scales, but not like this. So what we're doing is for our team, and if you're not on our 10-10-10 because I can't see your numbers, we will find someone to do that with you. But we are choosing 2 jewelers, 2 builders, and 2 designers that want to take it to the next level. So if you're a jeweler and you want to become a builder, if you're a builder and want to become a designer, or if you're a designer and you want to become a diamond designer, me and Dave, are working for the next 90 days very, very closely with those 6 people. It's your choice, because we'll sit around and we're like, oh,